Hare Krishna. Today we're going to be sharing with you a little about Lord Parashuram and the glories of Lord Parashuram. During Mahabharata, in the Aranya Parva, grandfather Bhishma is preaching Dharma to King Yudhishthir. The story goes like this. Once upon a time, there lived a Maharaj named Gadhi, ruling Kanya Kubja. He had no sons. He had only one daughter, Satyavati. She is a package of virtues. Ruchika, the son of Bhrigu Muni, desired to marry Satyavati. Here you can see that Bhrigu's son Ruchika saw her and he thought, how beautiful, pure and good she looks. I wish I could marry her. Ruchika went to Maharaj Gadi asking to marry Satyavati. Gadi said, it is in their culture that whoever brings 1,000 white effulgent horses that has only one ear black, they will marry the daughter with him. He asked, can you bring 1,000 horses with these characteristics? Ruchika went to Varuna Loka by his yogic power, seeking 1,000 horses for his marriage. Varuna is the king and the authority over running waters. Dharma asks, when a person seeks anything for his marriage or to give Guru Dakshina, the king is responsible to give that charity to the person. Therefore, Varuna promises 1,000 horses to Ruchika. Varuna said, go to the banks of Ganga, which was flowing near Kanyakubja, where Maharaj Gadi is ruling. Once you pay obeisances, then you will see the horses coming out from river Ganga. Till today, people go visit Ashwatirtha in Kanyakubja, where these 1,000 horses appeared for the purpose of marriage. Ruchika enters Grahastha ashram with Satyavati. Here you can see that Bhrigu, the father-in-law of Satyavati, visits Ruchika's house. Bhrigu Muni is very satisfied and impressed by Satyavati's services. She looks after all his needs with a lot of affection, and Bhrigu Muni was very satisfied. He said, O obedient and dutiful daughter-in-law, I am willing to grant you a boon you ask of me. She asks, Father, please give me a son and a brother. Bhrigu Muni is so happy that he grants both wishes of Satyavati. Bhrigu takes Haivishya rice and makes it 2 parts. Both are placed in 2 pots. With his yogic power, he blesses these pots and instructs his daughter-in-law. Satyavati is a Brahmani now. She is married to a Brahmana, and she is supposed to give birth to a Brahmana boy. Satyavati's mother is from Kshatriya family, meaning she is supposed to give birth to a Kshatriya boy. Out of her joy, by mistake, the pots are exchanged. The trees they were supposed to hug are also exchanged. Let's see now what happens. Satyavati realizes some mistake has happened. She requests Bhrigu Muni to help her fix this. Now Satyavati's son, although a Kshatriya, will take to the life of an ascetic. Originally, Vishwamitra is supposed to be born to Satyavati, a Brahmana, while Lord Parashuram is supposed to be born to Gadi's wife, a Kshatriya. Satyavati pleads with her father-in-law, realizing her mistake. Bhrigu Muni now says, now I cannot change or transfer the fetus. She appeals, please make one more change. Please bring this child a grandson instead of son, and give me a Brahmana Jnani as a son. He said, okay. So now Satyavati's son, although a Kshatriya, would have taken a life of an ascetic. But now let's see what happens. Kaushik, who is Vishwamitra, is born to Gadi Maharaj. And now Jamadagni is born to Satyavati. And Parashuram is born to Jamadagni as a grandchild to Satyavati. Puranas refer to gather all this content: Mahabharat, Aranya Parvam, Shanti Parvam, Bhagavatam, Brahmanda Puran. Now, Jamadagni is born to Satyavati. Jamadagni married the daughter of Prasenajit. Her name is Renuka Devi, also from a Kshatriya family. He is expert in Dhanurvidya. He is expert Brahmagyani. Here we can see that he is actually teaching bow and arrow. 5 sons were actually born to Renuka Devi and Jamadagni. The first one was Ramanvantha. Second was Sushil. Third was Vasu. Fourth was Vishwa Vasu. Fifth was Rama. And who was the fifth boy? He was Lord Parashuram. Lord Parashuram's original name was Rama. Because he is born to Bhrigu lineage, he is also called as Bhargava Rama. Here we can see that he wished to go to the Gandhamadhana mountains and he wanted to actually get Lord Shiva's favor. He gets the blessings of his father and then he performs deep meditation. Lord Shiva is very, very pleased by his devotion and then he asks Lord Parashuram for any desire he has. He says, I have set my heart on the fiery axe, the powerful Parashu. Lord Shiva says, as you deserve, you shall have it. No warrior on earth shall surpass you. From now on, if anyone is suffering, please use this Parashu to protect them. Rama, or Lord Parashuram, used to walk around with his fiery Parashu axe. That's why people used to call him Parashuram. Ram was his name and he had a Parashu, so he was called Parashuram. As long as that axe is on him, no one could defeat him. Lord Shiva invites Parashuram again to Kailash and gives him a task. Please go help the Devatas as they were in war with the demons. Then Parashuram said, I only have the axe and I do not have the knowledge of Dhanurvidya. How to use it? Lord Shiva says, I will possess your body when you go for this fight. Then you don't need to learn anything. The knowledge will reveal itself to you. Then Parashuram became very powerful and fights with demons and defeated them in the war. Lord Parashuram's body became wounded after the war. Lord Shiva just touched every inch of his body and it became like a diamond body, strong and effulgent. He regained more strength in his body and he was looking extremely effulgent. From then on, normal people cannot see Lord Parashuram because of his extreme effulgence. Thousands of soldiers would simply faint just by looking at Lord Parashuram coming towards them in the war. He didn't even have to fight. After some time passed and Lord Parashuram had a desire, he only saw Bhagwan as Lord Shiva and he wanted to see him as Lord Krishna. So one day, Lord Parashuram was on his way back from the Himavat mountain from a holy pilgrimage. Here you can see he is drinking water from a lake due to his thirst. He saw 2 deers running and drinking water in the same lake. One deer is speaking in human language to the other deer, and Parashuram could hear them speaking. Deer 1 said, This man looks like an ascetic. He is carrying an axe. He will not kill us, right? The second deer said, He is Lord Parashuram. He is extremely effulgent. As long as he is here, no one will harm us. The deer said, He has a desire to take darshan of Lord Vishnu as Krishna, but he does not know that he cannot take darshan of Krishna just by his mystic yoga. If he wants to take darshan of Lord Krishna, he has to go to Agastya ashram. and he needs to take instruction from them and then take Krishna mantra and do japa, and he can then take the darshan of Lord Krishna. Lord Parashuram is surprised to see that the two deers can speak in human language, and this deer has so much knowledge. So he inquired from the deer further. The deer then started to narrate this story. He is Susharma Brahmana in his past life, and he was an expert in Vedas. One night, he was late in bringing darbhal grass from the forest and was afraid of wild animals. Suddenly, he saw a tiger catch hold of a deer with his teeth and running away. The extreme sight of an image stayed in his heart, and he fell on the rocks, hit his head, and bled to death. At the time of death, he was thinking of that deer under the tiger's teeth, and because of that, he had to take birth as a deer in this life. But because he was a staunch Brahmana, expert in Vedas, he was able to remember and speak the language due to that past life Sukriti. His Sukriti, he was able to see whichever form, and he could understand their desire also without them telling him. Hence, he told Lord Parashuram, if you go to Agastya ashram and accept Sri Krishna mantra, which is the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, then he would get Lord Krishna's darshan. So let's see, dear devotees and friends, what happens next. Lord Parashuram went to the ashram. He took Sri Krishna's mantra and started doing japa. He finally took darshan of Lord Krishna, and Sri Krishna said, "What do you want?" "I don't have any desire. I just have the desire to take darshan of you, and now I am very happy." "From today, I will enter into you," said Lord Krishna. "There is a purpose for it." What was the purpose? During Rama Avatar, you will go and confront Lord Rama Prabhu. You will give your Vishnu bow to Sri Ram, and then you will realize the purpose of Ram Avatar. As soon as you realize who is Ram, I will disappear from your body. When this effulgence goes away, then you will settle in one place on a mountain. Until then, you will go on roaming everywhere. Lord Parashuram has Lord Shiva's effulgence and Lord Vishnu's effulgence also in his body. Lord Parashuram returned home and the pilgrimage started, serving his father Jamadagni Muni. Jamadagni was overjoyed to see his son. He said that now you're here, and now you are here there to do it. You have returned now, you are there to do it. "Do what, father?" asked Lord Parashuram. Mother Renuka was given a service to actually bring water from the lake for puja. She got distracted by the sight of a Gandharva with his wife sporting in the water. His name was Chitraradha. She saw the Gandharva's beauty for a moment in the mode of ignorance. She realized she was late and returned to her husband's ashram. Jamadagni understood what had happened and he chastised his wife of the offense. He said, "You are no longer eligible to be my wife." So he called on all his 5 sons and asked one by one to kill their mother. Everyone said no, they could not kill their mother. So he cursed them to become trees and animals because they did not listen to the father's instruction. They immediately became trees and animals. So let's see now what happens. Here you can see he says, "It is well you do, your brothers refused. I have cursed them with madness." Parashuram with one blow of his axe killed his mother. "Your unquestioning obedience has pleased me," said his father. "Ask for any boon and it shall be yours." Now he called Bhargava and instructed him to kill his mother. He immediately chopped off her head. Here you can see what happened. The father was very impressed and he gave him his wishes. His wishes were, I want my mother to come back to life again. She came back to life. I want my brothers to come back to consciousness. They all came back to life also. And then he said, I want eternal life, and he got it. That is why Lord Parashuram is a Chiranjivi. So the Dharma Sutra was, Lord Parashuram knew his father's powers. He knows he can bring his mother and brothers alive again. Because Mother Renuka performed a mental prostitution, she lost the eligibility to stay in the wife's position, and she has to die and be reborn again to cleanse of that sin. But dear devotees and friends, normal people should not copy these acts. Why? Because they should never disobey the father. They should never kill one's mother or one's brother, even if it is instructed by the father. These are just pastimes for us to learn from these pastimes. Lord Parashuram's life ran into many twists and turns. One day he went to the forest to bring darbhal grass for the yagya the father is performing. His 4 brothers are at home. Kartavirya Arjun visits the ashram of Jamadagni. He is a very powerful king. He achieved 1000 hands by the blessings of Lord Dattatreya. From Ramayana Uttarakhanda, his glories are all stated. Once upon a time, Ravanasura is travelling in his Pushpak Viman. He has a habit of performing puja for Lord Shiva during Pradosha time. He stopped his flight, and at the bank of a river he made Shiva Linga with sand and was performing his austerities. Kartavirya Arjuna and his wives are sporting one day, and they challenged him if he can stop the waves of the river. With his 1000 hands, he blocked the waves. As the waves traveled back, they pulled sand Shiva Linga into the river. Ravanasura asked the soldiers to find out what happened to the sudden force of the waves. They told him that Kartavirya Arjuna is playing water sports with his wives. So Ravana went to cut off Kartavirya Arjuna's hands. Ravana is a very powerful demon, but Kartavirya Arjuna captured Ravana and put him in prison. Pulasya Brahman along with Chaturmukha Brahma came to rescue Ravanasura. So let's see what happens next. That powerful king went for hunting in the forest. He became hungry and found Jamadagni's ashram in the forest. Parashuram went to the forest to fetch durbal grass. Only for Jamadagni, Renuka Devi and his 4 sons are at the ashram. Jamadagni used his Kamadhenu cow. He provided sumptuous prasadam for the king and his associates. Kartavirya Arjun wanted that Kamadhenu cow for himself, and he orders his soldiers to bring it to his kingdom. He didn't even care to ask Jamadagni for permission to take the cow. This is one of the indications from scriptures that if a house, state, country is suffering, means someone purposefully caused pain to the cow. That state will collapse completely if the cows are tortured. What should we do? Never hurt cows. Do not beat the cows. Do not kill a cow. And never separate the cow from the calf. The cow is Para Devta Swarup. They are a form of demigod also. If we can, we should pat the cow, feed it grass and grains, apply turmeric and sindoor on its rear area. If you cannot do any of these things, we can simply offer obeisances to the cow. The cow was constantly crying out of separation from her calf. They took her to Mahishmatipuram. Parashuram came home and noticed the calf crying and Jamadagni sitting very sad. He told him everything. Now Parashuram went to Mahishmatipuram to bring the cow back from his Parashu weapon. He said, I shall kill him and redeem your calf. He told the cow. Kartavirya said, go ahead, kill this Brahmana boy. Parashuram was fighting this was to bring the cow back. A great war took place where Kartavirya Arjun was releasing 500 arrows at one time towards Parashuram. Parashuram dodged all these arrows, and with his fiery Parashura axe, he cut off the 1,000 hands of Kartavirya Arjun. He cut his throat also. He killed the soldiers and the king, and returned home with the cow and blood-dripping Parashu. After seeing Parashuram with the bloody fiery axe, Jamadagni said, "You have no patience or tolerance. You're a Brahmana, but you don't have any Brahmana qualities. You killed the king of Mahishmati. King is a representative of God, and you have sinned." Sri Mahavishnu always is a well-wisher of cows and Brahmanas. He glorifies tolerant and patient Brahmanas. Namo Brahmana Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagatitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Sudama Brahmana is so tolerant, humble, very high in virtues and that's why Lord Sri Krishna came personally to serve him. Vishnu is very pleased with tolerant Brahmanas. His father continued, "You have sinned by killing a ruling king. Please go on a pilgrimage in order to rectify for your sins." Parashuram did that by going all over the world and visited so many pilgrimage places and took bath in so many holy rivers. Finally, he returned home. As usual, Parashuram went to the forest to fetch durbal grass for his father's service. In the meantime, Kartavirya Arjun's sons came to the ashram and beheaded Jamadagni. His wife Renuka Devi screamed and called Parashuram's name 21 times, crying over her late husband's lifeless body. How many times? 21 times. Parashuram's mother told him everything what had happened when Lord Parashuram returned. Parashuram said, "These Kshatriyas have lost all mercy, dharma and kindness to the people. They forcefully kidnapped the cow. When I went to get back the cow, they tried to kill me, a Brahmana, and when I am not home, they came and beheaded my father. I will not let these Kshatriyas live due to these atrocities. Since these Kshatriyas made you cry 21 times, I will travel this Bhumandala 21 times and kill all the evil Kshatriyas. I will not even leave even a Kshatriya fetus or a child. These Kshatriyas have lost all eligibility to live on this earth." Only few dynasties were left out during his wrath. Some of these were the Chandra dynasty, Ikshvaku dynasty, and etc. The remaining Kshatriyas were hiding in 3 places. First, in the cow herds. Parashuram will not come hastily into the cow herd for killing. Second, some Kshatriyas went into places where women take shelter. Parashuram would not go to places where there were women. And third, if anyone showed their hands with bangles out the door, he will not go to such a place. So some kings even put on bangles and would show their hands outside, so Parashuram would not kill them. He killed so many Kshatriyas, wandering all over the Bhumandal for 21 times. He took all that blood and created 5 streams of rivers in Kurukshetra. He filled those rivers with the blood of Kshatriyas, and then, let's see what happens. He was able to then create a big Ashwamedha Yajna. Once upon a time, Lord Parashuram performed Ashwamedha Yajna and distributed all his wealth to the Brahmanas. He gave the whole Bhumi in charity to Kashyap Prajapati. After giving earth in charity, Parashuram cannot stay on earth anymore since it is no longer his. Kashyap Prajapati advised him to go to south direction. He went to Mahindra mountain and sat there. He called the king of ocean Samudra and gave him some space, asked him to move back a little since he did not have land to stay on. Samudra said, "Please throw your Parashura, and wherever it falls, I will move back until that point." His Parashura fell in the west direction, so this Samudra went backwards till that point. That is why some places like Udupi are not original landmarks. They are formed because of this pastime. They are also called Parashurama Kshetra. They are formed because King Samudra gave the space to Lord Parashuram. Initially, there were no Brahmanas living in this area. So he brought some Brahmana families from Andhra, Karnataka, Dravida cities. He has changed the Sampradaya so these Brahmanas do not go back to their original cities. That is why in Andhra, Karnataka, and Dravida cities, the shikha of a Brahmana is on the back of the head. Only in Kerala, the shikha is placed on the top of the head, and this is called Madhya Shikha Sampradaya. So Parashuram started doing meditation sitting on Mahindra mountain. Once upon a time, he saved an infant from being killed by a tiger. That infant became his disciple and associate, namely Akruta Varma. His name means there are no injuries on his body. Even till today on the Mahindra mountain, this Akruta Varma still worships Lord Parashuram, and Lord Parashuram visits him on a Chaturdashi day. Maharaj Yudhishthira took darshan of Lord Parashuram on Chaturdashi day also. Drona was suffering in poverty. He heard about Lord Parashuram's charity and wanted to seek his help. Parashuram said, I don't have any more wealth left with me. I have donated everything. All I have left are two things, my body and the knowledge of archery, Dhanurvidya. Drona chose the weapons and the Dhanurvidya. Since then, Drona became a powerful teacher in archery, war tactics, etc. All the kids from the Kuru dynasty learned archery from Dronacharya. Once, Karna approached Dronacharya seeking the knowledge about Brahmastra, how to release and withdraw the weapon. Drona asked, Why do you want to learn, Karna? Karna said, I want to kill Arjuna. Dronacharya denied teaching him that skill because Karna is not on the Dharma side. Arjuna was on the Dharma side. So, Karna went to Parashuram. He thought to himself, Parashuram can also ask the same question and deny teaching him. So he changed his story. When Parashuram asked, Who are you? He said, I am a Brahmana in the line of Bhrigu Vamsha, wanting to learn Dhanurvidya from you. So Parashuram believed him and gave him the knowledge of Brahmastra and Bhargama Rama Astra also. One fine day he was resting on Parashuram's lap and Lord Parashuram was resting on Karna's lap. An incident took place during this time where a bug, which was actually a demon named Damsha, he was cursed by Brahma to take a form of a tiny piglet-sized bug. He had 8 sharp teeth. It came crawling under the thigh of Karna while his guru was resting and started biting and kept on biting Karna's thigh for some time. Karna did not move because he didn't want to disturb his guru's nap. Blood started flowing and it has a warm touch felt by Lord Parashuram's shoulder eventually. Parashuram woke up and was wondering about this blood. He saw the bug and the bug burned immediately due to Parashuram's effulgence. One demon, Damsha, came out of the bug's body and explained that once upon a time he was trying to kidnap a rishi forcefully and he cursed him. Parashuram confronted Karna after this. Are you really a Brahmana? If you are a Brahmana, then you do not possess this kind of pain tolerance in you. You must be a Kshatriya and you have lied about it to me. Karna said, Yes, I am a Sutta Putra. Parashuram cursed Karna, saying, Since you have learned this knowledge by lying to your guru, you will not be able to use this knowledge when you really need it. You will not be able to remember how to use these weapons when you run into trouble or in any need. Karna went back to Duryodhana and said he learned the skill of how to use Brahmastra and Bhargava Astra. He never told him about the curse of Lord Parashuram. Duryodhana was so confident that with Karna on his side, he could defeat Pandavas very easily with these astras. Such powerful Parashuram, who circumambulated the Bhumandal 21 times and killed all evil Kshatriyas, who killed the 1,000-handed powerful Kartavirya Arjuna, was defeated by his own disciple Bhishma. Here comes the story of Lord Bhishma, disciple Bhishma. Bhishma Pitama. So Shantanu Maharaj married Satyavati and he had 2 sons, Chitrangada and Vichitravirya. Chitrangada died early. Bhishma set the younger son Vichitravirya on the throne and ruled the kingdom for him. When the wedding was about to take place, Amba approached Bhishma and said she is already in love with the king Salva, and he also accepted this. Bhishma reflected on this and decided that he should send Amba back to Salva kingdom with all the presents. Ambika and Ambalika married Vichitravirya. King Salya said he cannot marry her as she was carried away by another king. He cannot even accept her anymore and asked her to go back. Amba was furious and upset, so she goes back to Bhishma for a solution. She asks to get married to Vichitravirya. Bhishma said it is adharma to marry someone else who you are in love with when you are in love with someone. So that is not possible. Then she asks him to marry him. Bhishma explains that he took a vow of lifelong celibacy and he will never marry anybody, not only her. She was furious and went to Parashurama, the sage who hated Kshatriyas, and told him her tale. Parashurama accompanied by Amba and other ascetics, went to Hastinapur, and Bhishma came to pay his respects and served his guru. Bhishma said, "What can I do, O respectful sage?" Parashurama asked Bhishma to marry Amba. He explains he cannot break his vow, and besides, she wanted to be free. Then Parashurama said, "I will slay you, Bhishma." From Mahabharat, Bhishma Parva, both of them went to war. A great fight took place between the Guru and the disciple. Both are extremely powerful warriors. Suddenly, 7 Brahmanas appeared and made Bhishma disappear with his chariot from the war zone and saved him from Parashurama. They came in Bhishma's dream that night and gave him the knowledge of how to use and withdraw Mohana weapon. They advised him that Lord Parashurama will fall only for the Mohana weapon, and this will help you defeat him. Before he could use the Mohana weapon, Narada appeared and tried to stop the fight between them. Mother Ganga also appeared and requested Lord Parashurama to forgive Bhishma and stop this fight. Mother Ganga was the mother of Bhishma Dev. She reasoned, saying Bhishma was simply following dharma and he didn't do anything wrong. Lord Parashurama declared that he is defeated by his disciple Bhishma, and he is very proud of his disciple's success. "Only Arjuna can kill you and no one else in this world," he said. Finally, he told to Amba, "I tried whatever I could and now you are on your own." Then Amba performed severe penances for 12 years to win the grace of Lord Shiva. After 12 years of penance, Lord Shiva at last appeared and asked her, what boon does she seek? She wished to slay Bhishma, but she is not sure how to defeat him being a woman, and Bhishma just defeated Lord Parashurama. Lord Shiva said, "You will be reborn as a boy and become a woman later called Shikhandi, the son of Drupad Maharaj." So Bhishma Acharya will never fight a woman. So when Shikhandi stands in front of Arjuna's chariot, Bhishma put his bow and arrows down. Then Arjuna released so many arrows that pierced the body of grandfather Bhishma. Therefore, Lord Parashurama is a great personality who also gave the archery knowledge to Bhishma and was defeated by him also. Such great Parashurama went to see Lord Ram, who broke great Shiva's bow and married Sita Devi. Lord Parashurama possesses Lord Vishnu's bow from his grandfather Ruchika. Lord Vishnu gave his bow to Ruchika. While he was walking towards Lord Ram, thousands of soldiers fainted because of his effulgence. He said to Sri Ram, "I heard that you have broken Shiva's bow. Let me see if you can hold this Vishnu bow and release an arrow." Lord Sri Ram Chandra Prabhu immediately set Vishnu bow and was about to release the arrow. Lord Sri Ram said, "You have killed so many Kshatriyas for your father's revenge, and you have fulfilled your father's wishes. You are a great personality, but you wanted to know who I am also. This is Lord Vishnu's bow and I have just set it, and the arrow cannot be withdrawn. I have to release this arrow. Please give me instructions. Where can I release it? Then he asks, should I release this arrow on the different world and all the results of your piousness you have earned, or on the legs you are traveling with? Now Lord Parashuram realizes that Lord Ramachandra Prabhu took this avatar to establish dharma, and there is no longer a need for his avatar. So he replied to Sri Ram, I need my legs to go back to Mahendra mountain and do my meditation there. I no longer need all the piousness, effulgence I have earned during my time. You can release the arrow towards that instead. The arrow from Vishnu's bow took away all Lord Parashuram's effulgence, all his pious results he acquired through his yoga, and Parashuram went back to Mahendra mountain to meditate for eternity. From Brahma Puran, it is said that Pitru Devatas then appeared. You have killed evil Kshatriyas for our benefit, and we are very sad to see you this way. They advised him, Lord Parashuram, to take bath in a river called Vadhusara in the same southern country. Then, they said, you will get all your effulgence and pious results will come back to you like before. He followed their instructions and got his effulgence and everything back before Vishnu's arrow had hit him. Since then, Lord Parashuram is still meditating on the Mahendra mountain and lives in the caves. Even now, Akruta Varma still worships Lord Parashuram and organizes everything for his services. And every month on the day of Chaturdashi, Lord Parashuram appears to him. King Yudhishthir heard all this narration from Akruta Varna in the Mahendra mountain, and he waited in that cave until Lord Parashuram appeared on the Chaturdashi day. King Yudhishthir met Lord Parashuram and took his blessings and went back to Hastinapur. Phalashruti. From Phalashruti we know wherever Lord Parashuram's pastimes are narrated, heard, discussed, there will be no harm to that family or to that person, no pain and suffering, no rise of fierce demons, and all dangers will disappear. It is predicted that in the future Lord Parashuram will take place of one of the Shapta Rishis, the